If you've ever looked at a new tool and thought, I don't have time to figure this episode is for you. You don't have to be techie to run a smarter business. So today we're going to be talking about what you actually do need to understand, what you can hand off completely, and how to add technology without blowing up everything you've already built.
Do you need to understand technology or can someone set it up for you? What's the bare minimum you need to get started? New website, new phone system, or neither? How does new technology work alongside the software and systems you already have? Hello, everyone. I'm Crystal Gonzalez, founder of CGX Virtual Solutions. Welcome to this week's episode of AI Tech Tuesdays. At CGX Virtual Solutions, we help business owners get their time and sanity back by setting them up with remote virtual assistants. I'm talking about real people that can help business owners on the back end stop putting out fires and actually start building the kind of business that earns 5 stars every time.
And I'm Yamille, and I'm the founder of System IQ, and I specialize in helping local business bring technology and automation into their existing operations. Not real people, but built by real people. So calls get answered, estimates get followed up, and revenue doesn't leak when you're not in the room.
So let's get started. So we're going to go over these questions. Our first one is, do you need to understand the technology or can you have someone else set it up for you? Yamil, what do you think?
Well, you don't need to understand how it works under the hood. You just need to understand what it does for you. Think of it like your HVAC equipment. Your customers don't need to know how a compressor works. Boy, I don't want to know how a compressor works. They just need to know their house is cool or warm in the winter. It's the same thing here. You should know what the tool is doing. It's answering my phones, it's following up with leads, it's sending review requests, but you don't need to be the one building it or managing it. That's what you hire out. Your job is to know what results to expect and hold whoever it is running it accountable for its results.
That's a really good point. I've had a few people that have, well, the CRM systems that we run, me and Yamil,
hmm
it's a pretty sophisticated system. Obviously, there's some basics to it so that you can get going, but there is a lot to it because it does so much. It's so universal. It can connect everywhere. It can connect to systems you already have. But I've had people call me and say that they're not quite ready to get started because first they're trying to learn this system. The system, like, it's like driving a car down the road and saying, well, actually, it's even worse than that. You're not even driving the car. It's like going to the dealership, picking out a car and telling them you're not going to buy the car until you know how to put in the engine or replace a
And
part, I would say.
that's ridiculous, right? Like no one would do that.
So you want
Yeah,
to definitely be focusing on what your expertise is and letting the people that know how to handle the software handle that part.
yeah,
That's the way you're going to get the most bang for your buck.
exactly. And you run the business so you can help the person that's helping you to create the things that make sense for your business in the way that you would do it, except you don't have to do it. It can get done automatically. So,
Yeah. What's the bare minimum you need to get started? Is that a new website, a new phone system, or neither? How about you go ahead, Yamil?
well, honestly, either. Most business already have enough in place to start. You've got a phone number, you've got past customers in a spreadsheet, in a CRM. It doesn't matter. You got them because you've been in business for a while. You probably also have a Google Business profile. That's the starting point. The first move isn't to tear everything down and rebuild it. It's to plug in one thing that makes what you already have work harder. How do you feel about that, Crystal?
I agree. But also, I will say, just leading up to that last question, I was thinking something and I was like, you know
Mm,
what? Sometimes I understand why people want to go try to learn how to run everything too. But I think part of it is a trust issue. Like they
yeah,
need to be able to trust the person. They might not
it
have
is.
someone they trust and they're afraid that they're gonna it's like if you're a female and you take the car to the mechanic, I think you're scared to take your car to a
hmm
mechanic because you feel like they're just going to gouge you and they're going to quote
hmm
you prices on things you don't need. You guys don't have to worry about that with us. If you need
Right.
help, we are a solid set of girls here. We're smart and we're going to only quote you what you really need. So I just wanted to throw that in because it popped up in my mind.
No, it's true. It's absolutely true.
Mm-hmm. I think that's the biggest reason why we find that people, because I find myself sometimes thinking like, do I really
Hmm.
need to pay someone to do this or can I do this myself? Because we just don't know. We're kind of afraid of how much is this going to cost me?
Sure,
And then
sure.
what am I getting into? Right?
Yeah,
But you don't need to tear everything down and rebuild. It's to plug things in a way that will make it work better for you
right.
and automate your things on the back end, like your follow-up. So maybe it's like making sure your missed calls get a text back, or you don't need a full tech makeover on day one, but just start with one thing that's
Hmm.
costing you the most money right now. Usually it's the leads and the calls that are falling through the
Sure,
cracks. So let's fix that first.
exactly. And before anybody that will help you with automation of any kind really needs to get to know your process, what things are falling on the floor before they recommend anything, because the things that are falling on the floor need to be picked up first before going on to other things. A lot of things can be fixed, but let's fix the most crucial, most expensive floor items first.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah.
And businesses, they'll be out there, especially ones that are in the industry where they kind of sell the CRM that we work in. Um, but even in other CRMs, I would say like
Hmm.
it's sometimes they'll want to like quote you everything and you don't need everything.
No.
As a matter of fact, you don't want them to build out the entire complete system for you before they really know your business, because the way that works best is understanding your business, understanding your company's tone and your brand, and really being able to build that system based on how you operate and how
Hmm.
you
Hmm.
sell things and your customer journey. And so going in and just saying, "Oh yeah, I'll build the whole system out for you." That's a templated system and it's not good. You really do want to start with the bare minimum and move and grow a system that grows with you so it can be really built in a custom fashion.
Right.
That's what I
And
would
it
say.
And it also helps your team and whoever's running on the front end to learn how it works as well before you get too deep into automating a whole lot of things, right?
Mhm.
That way they get comfortable with, the workflow and, how things kind of flow in and out of the system. And really that's what's really most important. All right, so let's
Yeah.
hit the next question.
The next question is, how does technology work alongside the software and systems you already have? That's the part that scares most owners. See, they think adding new means ripping out everything they're used to. It doesn't, because good technology is built to plug and play with what's already there, not actually replace it. So if you've got QuickBooks, your scheduling software, or whatever it is you're running, the right setup will work around that, not against it. It's like adding a thermostat to a system that's already installed. You're not replacing the unit per se. You're just giving it a brain so it can run smarter. The key is working with someone who asks what you're already using before they just start building, not someone who shows up and says, throw it all out.
Right. It's
Yamil?
like a doctor. You go to a doctor because something's going on, and the doctor isn't going to throw a pill bottle at you. They need to find out what it
The root
is
cause.
that's wrong, what hurts, right? When does it hurt? How often does it hurt before they either
Yeah.
throw a pill bottle at you? Well, hopefully they won't throw a pill bottle at you, or send you to the operating room. I mean, they have to know a certain set of facts before doing anything. That's part of the plan, is knowing what it is you're trying to fix before you go
Mhm.
attempt to fix it, right? If you don't do that, that's malpractice in any industry. So beware of companies that, like Crystal said, try to just fix everything. And it's, how can they possibly know what needs to be fixed? They don't know your business yet. They probably haven't even asked the right questions. So stay far, far away from those. They're not going to be that helpful to you, and you're gonna be unhappy in the end.
Yeah, and you wanna get with me and you. No, I'm just
Well,
kidding.
of
You
course.
just wanna you wanna get with companies, reputable companies that actually, when they sell you something, your software or whatever it is you're working with, that are gonna actually help you understand, like, the things that it does, because sometimes they'll sell you on one feature and it does a whole bunch of other features and you don't know. And so you're just buying all this software to like fix all these other problems you're having. And sometimes the software you have can do it. And so
Hmm.
I think that's really important is like be careful out there because so many companies are out there trying to sell fixes for things that software already does. I'm not going to say that one software is a fix for everything all the time, but a lot of the
No,
times software can be we can like we were saying it's kind of like plug and play. Like we can connect it through other
right,
means. There's so many
right,
different tools out there that we can use to be able to connect it so that it can communicate with other things so you're not having to
exactly.
completely throw it out and start over.
Right.
Yeah.
You can enhance an existing piece of software that you already have, doing
Mhm.
something well for you, and just make it better by plugging this other thing in
Mhm.
or that other thing in, and
Mm.
creating a better machine, if you will. Because that's what it is. It is the operating system of your business, how everything runs smoothly inside, like a factory, right? All the pieces, all the people, they all do the things, and it's just one orchestra, if you will. So you don't
Yep.
need to be afraid. You don't
Do
need to
not
be
have to be
afraid.
afraid of technology for sure, but I
Ultimate,
understand it can be
yeah.
kinda scary for some
It
people
can
out
be.
there.
It can be scary.
They
And
don't like hearing about
there's
it.
a lot of software out there and a lot of people selling software out there that does a lot of things, but sometimes you don't need all those things. So, it's worth a conversation to figure out what exactly you're trying to improve in your business
That's a good point.
and what outcome you're looking to
Mhm.
get. And then
Yeah.
from there, work up and figure out what needs to be changed and upgraded.
A really smart way to do it too, I would say, is if someone calls you selling you something, I taught this to all my family members, especially my elderly family members. Someone comes and they're trying to sell you something on the spot, get back to them. Go reach out to someone you know or that you trust. Have them take a look at it and get another opinion. Because if it's over your head and you don't know, you won't be making the right decision because you just don't know. So don't buy something on the spot. Don't let someone sell you something and come in and give you this magical fix. Because a lot of the times you're being handed a contract that has long terms on it, or it's something that's over your head and you don't understand it and you're being sold something you really don't need. That's my
Or they don't
two
have
cents.
clauses that let you out if you're not happy, things like that.
Especially if you're a new
Yeah.
business owner, because there's a lot of companies out there that are headed for new business owners.
Hmm.
And you'll get into these contracts you sign that you don't realize. And those contracts can have, pretty bad ramifications if you cancel or you might not be allowed to cancel. And so you want to be careful about that too. Don't get yourself wrapped up in these.
Or penalties if you cancel early, that sort of
Yeah.
thing. Or don't refund at all if you cancel,
Yeah.
so
So we'll always
yeah.
take a look at those things for you guys. Feel free to reach out if you need our expertise or you just want to bounce a question off of us or you have a problem and you're wondering what the solution
Sure.
is. Don't go buy from someone that just called you up or just showed up at your business and you don't really understand it. Give us a call and either we'll
Yeah,
help you or we will know someone in our trusted network that can help you out. Right, Yamil?
absolutely. We're happy to help. Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, dogs and cats, thank you for joining us today. Can
Yes.
you tell I'm getting ready to go on vacation? Can you just tell? I mean, like,
Yeah.
seriously.
Oh my
No,
goodness, Yamila's getting ready to go on a vacation. I was supposed to be there too, but I had a wedding to attend, and so we're still kind of recovering from a wedding. But Yamil, where are you going?
I am going on a cruise to the Caribbean with a mastermind group. So I'm going to be learning all sorts of really cool things. So when I return, I will be getting with Miss Crystal and we are going to make a plan to let it all out and show you what I learned. A lot of it's going to be pretty cool and pretty
Yes,
useful for our business owners in our communities out there. So we're
very
looking
good.
forward to that.
Yeah, she's going to have a treasure trove of new things that she's going to come to teach us.
Yes.
So we're
Yes.
excited for that. So, as always, you guys, we are so happy that you joined us on this episode of AI Tech Tuesdays. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, follow, visit our Facebook page at AI Tech Tuesdays, or go to our website at aitechtuesdays.com where you can download resources that we've mentioned. You can also reach out to either one of us, host to me or Yamil, if you need a little help. We'd really love to help you out there.
Thank you for joining us. See
Thank
you next
you.
week.
See you next week.